Hey y'all. So, let me get this um thing. I hope y'all can hear me. But I just want to do this YouTube live because I wanted to do a story time for y'all. And plus, I didn't feel like filming and editing a video. So, this is live. Y'all can actually see me, hear me all in real time. And plus, I haven't been on YouTube Live in a while now. Excuse me. So, I know I've scheduled lives before and never, you know, uh, I don't feel like holding this phone. So, that's why I'm finna prop y'all up real quick. But, I'm gonna, chat viewing options, live chat, top chat, and then hide all chat messages. Um, but whatever. Okay, so I'm about to show y'all. Well, not show y'all, but talk to y'all about something that that's just been, I guess, on my mind, and I've been wanting to talk about it on my YouTube channel for a while, but I just don't feel like making a full video. So, if I don't feel like making full videos, okay, I don't feel like making full videos, I will just go live and just talk about it. So let's hope, y'all, that you guys can hear me pretty good, pretty good. So I'm about to exit out of this. I don't know how long I'm finna be live, but yeah. So let me make sure y'all can hear me when this plays back, because I need to make sure, because I have my headphones in, and if I need to take my headphones out, then I will. So I'm about to go on my other phone and kind of do like a sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're about to do that. Let me log out of my YouTube on this phone. Let me log out of this account and go to this account. Trying to refresh it. Doesn't show me live. Just trying to make sure that y'all can hear me. Maybe if I look up my own YouTube channel. Let me see. It's not showing nothing on the home. But whatever. So I wanted to make this video. So as you see by the thumbnail and the title, it's called I'm Fat. Okay. So I use the PHAT from Fat Girls instead of the FAT because I feel like the FAT has more stigma to it and it's more very disrespectful. But I decided to use FAT. So I want to just kind of make this as a story time or whatever, and get this over with. So, you know, when I was little, like pre-K, kindergarten, you know, I knew I was chunkier than some of the other kids. But when you're 4, 5, 6 years old, you're not thinking about stuff like that. So I noticed the kids in kindergarten. Well, that's when I started like getting bullied. Was in kindergarten. Pre-K was like a swift year for me. Pre-K was like, I mean, I was good. Just give me the snacks and the sleepy time and the nap time. I'm good. I'm good off of it. So, yeah. And for one instance, there was this girl in my class. I'm going to call her Maria. So, Maria and her brother, I forgot her brother's name. So, that's why I can't come up with a new name because I forgot her brother's name. So, her brother, Maria and her brother, would, I guess, make fun of me. First, me and Maria were friends. And I don't know what I said because, as that young, I was already outspoken. Already, I was just an outspoken person anyway. So it really didn't matter to me how other people felt. I was just outspoken and stuff like that. So Maria said to me, you know, uh, you know, she called me fat and blah 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 blah. And me and her start arguing and stuff like that. And then she pushed me. So she pushed me, and like at the playground, it was those wooden, the wooden stuff, the wood, whatever it is. It like stick to me, kind of like almost went into my skin. It almost stabbed me, but I was bleeding. So I was bleeding real bad. And I don't have a scar from it, thank the Lord. But that kind of opened my eyes to there are real bullies out here who will really try to tear down your self-esteem and then your confidence. So that's kind of when my confidence kind of came down, and then my self-esteem kind of came down and stuff like that. So, first grade, I really didn't get made fun of. Second grade, not really. Third grade, that year changed. Third grade was the year that my life changed. That my life actually really changed. Uh, you know, I think when my granddaddy passed away, my attitude did kind of change. Um, my attitude towards people, I became kind of more distant towards people. I kind of was just in a different mindset. Um, so yeah, I think when my granddaddy passed away, my mind just kind of just went in a different place. So, third grade, I had a teacher. I'm gonna call her Miss Brady. And Miss Brady, she was an okay teacher. I mean, she wasn't all that. I mean, if I could give her like 1 out of 10, I'll probably give her a 3.0. Um, she wasn't that good of a teacher to me. Um, I think she was those type of teachers who was losing passion in teaching. And I feel like if you are a teacher, you should at least have passion and for your students. And if you do not have passion for teaching, you should not be teaching at all. Um, but Miss Brady, previously, Miss Brady went out of town. So I had substitute that day, and this boy, I'm gonna call him Jacque. Jacque, Jacque. He, um, me and him, we wasn't really friends, but I got along with some of my class. Some of my class I was friends with, some of my class I wasn't. There's those certain people in your class that you don't like. Then there's certain people in your class that you care for but don't care for. And then there are certain people in your class that you actually get along with. Y'all friends, y'all kicking it, whatever you do. So, Jacque and I didn't really care for him, but we was cool. So one day, me and him got into a disagreement when the substitute put us in groups, And I'm gonna stand my ground because I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me the way they talk to me. So, I was just like, you know what? Let me walk away. So then Jacquay decided to make this whole scene with the class. And I'm like, you want to get it popping. You want to get it popping. You want to get it started. And Jacquay decided to pick up a chair and throw it at me. Good thing I didn't get hit because if I did get hit, that would have been that whole school would have been shut down. Shut completely down if that chair would have hit me. So Jacquay decided to throw a chair at me. And I'm like, what boy throws a chair at a girl? Who does that? So Jacquay decided to throw a chair at me. The substitute didn't write the complete story. She just made it up, tried to make it seem like I started it, but I didn't. And, all of a sudden he's just start calling me fat and all that stuff. You know what? My self-esteem was already down in third grade. So by that time, you know what? I was about to show everybody that I'm not finna take no stuff. I'm not finna sit here and be chummy chummy with some of you guys. I just felt like, you know what? Let me just keep going. So she did not write the whole complete story. What she did was she wrote like, let me just tell y'all, Jacquay was a white boy who threw a chair at me. But she said that I started it. I started yelling at him, and the substitute lady was black. She decided to say I started it. I blah 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 hyped it up. No, I did not. What I was doing was defending myself. At first, I was defending myself in a calm manner, cause some of us cancers. I'm born in July. Some of us cancers, we can argue with you in a calm manner, but then if we feel like you kind of taking it too far, you getting a little disrespectful, then some of us will, like, we could be calm right here and you rah rah all up here. So then if you keep disrespecting some of us, we would go way worse than how that person is going off. So after I was talking calm, I was like, you know what? Just get out my face. Get out my face. He just decided to throw this big scene. And then I started hollering. He started hollering. He threw the chair at me. And I'm like, I'm the one who could have got hurt. I'm the one could have got hit. Could have got injured. And we both went to ISS. I don't think I should have went. I think he should have went to ISS, Jacquay. But I got more days than him. But I didn't throw nothing. I didn't do nothing to him. I was just defending myself. So that's one of the most physical parts of bullying. He called me fat and then, you know, threw a chair at me. That was just totally disrespectful. So, as of now, Jacquay, after that situation happened, I think Jacquay got moved to a different class. Um, I really don't remember. I think he got moved to a different class. But after that, I didn't mess with Jacquay anymore. And I was so happy when he moved because, I just felt like I was boiling and to the point where I was going to, I was still thinking about, us cancers, we hold grudges. We hold like serious grudges. So I was like, you know what? I'm boiling. I'm about to. It's like every day I looked at him, I was just like, I want to throw up. I want to puke. I want to, all of that because, ugh. But, he moved to a different class and then he moved out of the school that I was going to. I was like, hallelujah. I was like, hallelujah. I was like, Karen Clark should clap your hands. I was happy. I was happy. So after that, there's this fifth grade class, third grade in Miss Brady's class. Jacquay left. I was already getting bullied by these two girls anyway, but my really focus was on Jarquay. So I wasn't really worried about them and they words. You know, they disgusted me. Um, so there's these fifth grade class. Okay, so the fifth grade class, I had three bullies in that class. Or was they in the same class? No, I have the yearbook. They was not in the same class. So the girl, there was this fifth grade class, and I'm gonna call that Miss, because she had a B too. So I'm trying to Brady, um, and then the other teacher with the fifth grade class had a B. So I'm trying to think of what should I name her class. Miss Brooks. I'm gonna just call her Miss Brooks. So Miss Brooks' class, I was in Miss Brady's class. Miss Brooks' class was a fifth grade class. Okay, so Miss Brooks' class had these two girls. Their class was annoying anyway. They was like they thought they was all that. I mean, I'm like, boo, you are not all that. I mean, let's be honest here. So the Miss Brooks class, it was two girls in the class. One of the two girls in the class. So I'm gonna call her Courtney, and then I'm gonna call the other one Nisha. Courtney and Nisha. So Courtney and Nisha, it's like every time they looked at me, they was disgusted. They was like they used to like I would go to the bathroom sometimes, and you know they'll be in there, both of them at the same time, and they'll be in there talking about me. I'll be in the stall, and they would talk about me so loud that I can hear them. And then they will go out the stall, go out the bathroom, sit there by the door and say, fat, 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 fat girl, blah, 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 blah. And I'd just be sitting there, and I used to be crying in the stall. Like, third grade was the worst year of my life. Like, I hated third grade. Sometimes I wish, like, I never went to third grade. I skipped, went to a different school. I did leave that school twice and came back. But I just felt like, you know, so I was like, my self esteem just just kept going lower, lower, and lower. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. So that's when they just kept looking at me, kept talking about me. The other girl, she would try to trip me, try to make me fall, try to make me fall. Every time she'd come in the hallway, call me fat, and then just all that stuff. And I was just my self esteem number one, and my confidence would completely all the way shut down. I didn't think I was beautiful. I didn't think I was cute. So when my mom would like, or my dad would say like, "Oh, you're beautiful," or "You're the most beautiful girl in the world," to me, I'd be like, "You just have to say that because I'm your child." So that's when my confidence strikingly went down. Um, So the girls used to make fun of me, just look at me all disgusted. And lunch was like one of the most awkward lunches ever because they would sit, their table was right in front of our table. Like Courtney and Nisha always looked at me like, girl, you about to leave. Why are you worried about a silly third grader? Like, you're worried about a third grader. And when little kids used to make fun of me, that used to like make my self esteem go down too. It was just a lot, a lot. So they left. I was so happy when they left. I was like, third grade was the year from HELL. I hated that year. I hated my life in that year. I was just like, ooh. So when fourth grade came around, I knew that I was a changed person. I was very mean in third grade. I mean, fourth grade. I was very mean. If somebody talked to me disrespectfully, I would check them. Fourth grade, I learned the true self, the true me. I learned that I could be the meanest person in the world. I learned I could say the meanest things. I learned that I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I learned a lot about myself in fourth grade. I got into two or three physical fights that year, and I won all three of them. Not promoting violence. I'm just, if you have to like, if necessary, then do what you gotta do. But I'm saying I had to get into three physical fights that year. One of the fights, I fought two boys, and ridiculous. I fought two boys. So the boy I knew from another school, from first grade, and he transferred to the school I was at. Second boy was a boy who I felt that was fake, like I was there for him, and then he let people get in his little mind and just turned on me and let people kind of like hype him up. And so the people that were hyping him up, I thought we were friends, and we wasn't. So I learned my lesson with them, and till this day, I don't really talk to them. Well, I don't talk to them. Um, I didn't care for them in middle school either. The boy, he didn't go to the middle school. The two boys didn't go to the middle school I went to. But the people that was hyping him up and making all that rah rah noise, they went to the middle school I went to. I didn't care for them anymore. I knew they were flip floppers, so I'm good on that. So now, I'm getting to the point, y'all. I'm getting to the point. I know I kind of like go from left and right, then up and down, then right, left, and down, up with my story. I'll be all over the place. But now we're going to skip to fourth grade, fifth grade. I was a changed person. Sixth grade. By the time I got to sixth grade, I was already depressed. I was already like pill popping in a not healthy way. I was just so out of it. I was so done with the bullying. I like wanted to end. I wanted to like kill myself like 3, 4 times. And when sixth grade came around, I was just like, I was that girl who always went to school every day, hardly missed school. I hardly missed school in elementary school, but when it came to middle school, I was like, I don't even care anymore. I don't care. So middle school came around, and you know that's when I felt like all my friends had changed. You know, because I know we're coming from a kiddie school to now like we feel like we the big dogs. We're going to middle school, so I felt like my friends had changed. Um, I just felt different about middle school. And I didn't really talk to my friends like that anymore in middle school, to be honest. I was just out of touch, out of reach. I felt like I wanted to be the cool girl in middle school. I didn't want to be the outcast of the people. Everybody had their little cliques in middle school. And I felt like I didn't have my... Ooh, I almost struck with that. I felt like I didn't have my own little clique. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So, that year I almost got into a fight that year. I got into some stuff I should never been doing. And, I was being called all type of names and all that stuff, and just craziness. So, I was called fat all year. People would make fun of me. I'm like, wow, nothing has changed. I thought for me, middle school was going to be different because it's like different personalities. There are people from, fifth, sixth, no, I'm sorry, seventh and eighth that I didn't know. And, people from all the schools. Some people I didn't know, some people I did. So half of the school that I went to the middle school. I went to a couple of the people that I knew didn't go to that school. My bullies from my elementary school didn't go to that school. So I was kind of happy. Um, so, I was about to call her real name out. Courtney and Nisha. I did see Courtney when me and an old friend of mine went to a mindless behavior concert, and I saw her there. I saw Courtney and Nisha, or was it just Nisha? I don't remember, but I saw one of them there, and it was actually Nisha. So me and I'm gonna call her Tasha. Me and my old friend Tasha, we had the VIP tickets. Nisha, she had the the VIP tickets, me and Tasha, we got to see Miles Behavior. At that time, Prodigy was out of the group. So it was just Princeton, Ray Ray, Rock Royal, and me and Tasha, we got to see uh them. And Nisha, she was all in the back. She didn't get to see them, VIP, got to take a picture with them, all that stuff. So yeah, I was I was happy. I was like flexing on Nisha. I was like, they had a pass. They gave us a pass, and I was just doing this with my pass in her face. Well, not in her face, but I could see her. She was looking at me, so I was just doing this, dangling my pass. I was like, and then I yelled across the room, "You ain't got VIP. I do. Who's laughing now?" So I was just so, I was so terrible. That was so terrible. But then it wasn't, because I got called fat by her, all type of names by her, and I was like, who's laughing now? Okay, your mama bought the $35 ticket. My mama didn't. I'm the worst, seriously. So where was I at? I'm trying to think now, because I'm trying not to make this live like so long, you know. So we're in middle school now. I didn't care anymore. I'm like, middle school is so overrated. I thought middle school I was gonna get a change, but no. I got the same attitude, different people. Well, same attitude, different people slash the same people. So I had different people I didn't know at the middle school than old people that I did know. So after that, I wanted to be in a clique. I wanted to so I tried to fit in with people. And that's what I learned in middle school, is that you can't really fit in with people. You can't do that, because you're not going to fit in. The popular girls didn't want nothing to do with me. The the other people didn't want nothing to do with me. So I was just kind of like a loner in middle school. I mean, I was friends with people, but people, big people even was making fun of me. I was like, really? I was just like really shocked. So that's when my pill popping took a heavy turn. And I don't think people believed me when I said I was like a pill popper. Like, I would just take anything just to relieve the stress. Like, if I could take I could take, let's say, lemon heads or pills. Because, let's just say lemon head with pills. If I could take like 4 lemon head pills, throw them back in my mouth and be good, I was good. Like, the drug dog at the school used to come and smell our lockers. I had the top locker, so I was kind of good. Never caught nothing in my in my locker. None of the teachers knew. Like, really, none of them knew. So then I decided not to join up to school. So I started skipping school a lot. I used to make excuses to my mom, like, oh, I'm sick. I don't feel good. She would let me stay home, and I'll just be watching General Hospital. So one time, um, and, I was cutting myself too. The scars kind of went away. Um, because maybe I wasn't doing it right or whatever. Well, there's no such thing as doing it right. It's just bad all around. So, I wouldn't say it was cutting. It was probably like scratching myself with the knife, but it's still considered cutting. Um, and at that time, cutting at the school was a big epidemic. Like every time you turn around, there was this girl. I'm gonna call her Reese. And people told me, I was like, Reese got into a fight with a girl named TT. And they said Reese beat up TT, and Reese was a short thing. And TT, that's the girl that almost beat her tail um, for talking about me. But but Reese, I heard Reese was a short, small thing, and TT was like taller, heavier built, white. Reese was Hispanic, so there was like, you know, Reese beat TT tail, and I was like, oh, what happened? I missed it. But then people was telling me that, Reese was cutting herself. I was like, oh my god. I was like, that's so bad. And I heard somebody else was cutting themselves. And then I heard somebody else was doing it. Then somebody else was doing it. Then somebody, it was like everybody was almost cutting themselves. And so then I was like, what if I do it in a discreet way? Because with Reese and all the other girls, you could see their scars. You could see the cut marks. You could see it. With me, I just did mine different where you can't see it. So it's like a scratch, uh, no bleeding. There was one time about a couple of times where I kind of cut too deep. It, good thing those did not develop as scars. Hallelujah. But the girls, everybody and their mama just started cutting themselves at that school. That school was really depressing. So one day, Miss the counselor, uh, at that time, me and my friend Tasha fell out, um, over some mess, and then, um, me and Tasha fell out. And I remember when me and Tasha fell out, um, what did I say? It was like, I said something to her. We was walking cause I wanted to like be friends with her again. So we was walking to the classroom, and I said, I hope you have a nice life. And good thing we did not get into a fight, cause I could feel her like energy was like fuming, and my energy was fuming. I was ready to get it. I was ready to get it in anyway. I was ready to like, you know what, let's just box it out, blah, 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 blah. But we didn't fight. Me and her got cool again. Um, but then she moved, and I don't really talk to her anymore. But that was just like, I just got so depressed. So I started cutting more, started taking pills more, started skipping school, started hanging out with the wrong people. Well, not people, but just the wrong person. There was one girl I was hanging out with, and it was just the wrong person. I should never been hanging out with her. And and after that, I just fell off. I fell the freak off. And I repeated sixth grade. That's why I'm in homeschool now, because I repeated sixth grade. And, you know, I was like, you know what, it's just crazy. So one day, oh, and I also got punched in my side by a substitute when I repeated sixth grade. Uh, they didn't, I think they said that the substitute doesn't work for the school district anymore. I don't believe that, but okay. But I don't even remember her name. I just remember what she looked like. Um, so this time, this was before I repeated sixth grade. This is when I did sixth grade the first time. So the first time, um, I caught. I'm gonna call the counselor Miss Abrams. I caught Miss Abrams talking to my dad on the, cause I wanted to talk to her about something. I felt like Miss Abrams. I didn't like her. I felt like she didn't understand me. I got like a vibe that I did not like. Miss Abrams, I didn't like her at all. I just faked the funk with her. I was like, I didn't really care for her too much. So one day I walked. So let me just say this. So she called me to, I don't think she called me. I think I was just popping in. I don't remember. But I walked in her office. All of a sudden, I hear my dad's voice on speakerphone. I felt that that was a freaking ambush. I felt like, how of a sudden I walk in, you're on the phone with my dad. Like, where my mama at, first of all, because I just felt freaking ambush. My mama didn't like her either. Excuse me. But I just felt ambushed that day. I was really pissed off with my dad, and I was really pissed off with her. Then that just ruined my whole day. So I was really pissed off at everybody. So that really pissed me off. And I didn't tell my dad that I was pissed off with him, because then it would have been like a big argument, and I just didn't. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. And I felt like I was ambushed. I felt like, and she was grinning at it. And I told her that I felt like I was in the ambush. And she's like, we would never do that. I'm like, okay, this lady is cuckoo. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm just done with this school. This school and my elementary school has done nothing but damage to me. I experienced racism in the school, both of them schools. I experienced bullying. They didn't do crap. I got chairs thrown at me. Didn't do nothing. I experienced just a whole lot of stuff at them two schools, and nothing was ever done. I don't know even why they still got that school. I mean, they was on the news like last year or a couple of years ago on some child getting bullied by a teacher or something. And I'm in high school now, so I'm not even fazed by that school anymore. But I was just like, oh my god. So I felt completely ambushed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I need to get out of here. So, um, I, I'm trying to think, because, I get so mad at certain stuff and then I forget what I'm finna say. So, after that ambush, I started skipping school board, missing school. I didn't care anymore. I think my mom knew that I was lying, but I think she wanted to see what was going to happen. So I think that's why she kind of didn't put me in check. I think she kind of wanted me to learn a lesson. So Ooh, 40 minutes of story time. And I got more left, so this is probably going to be the hour. So, it's hot in here. Let me turn on the air condition. Uh, Hopefully, y'all can still hear me. So, after that happened, I was just completely depressed. I was cutting more, taking pills more, doing all of that. And after that ambush, because I really feel like that was an ambush, um, that's no coincidence. That's no coincidence. I come in your office, you're on the phone with my dad. Really? Okay. So I completely felt like that was an ambush. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what she thinks. I really don't care. I felt like I was ambushed into something, and I was just completely shocked and just completely, whatever. So after that, I had an incident with my math teacher too. But I still like my math teacher, my old math teacher. I'm gonna call her Miss Free. I like Miss Free. But my favorite person um, was when I left. So I'm trying to think. So here is what else happened. So my phone is on 20%, so I need to hurry this up. It was just on 60%. That went fast. So after that ambush, I started missing school more. I started missing, a whole lot of school activities and all that stuff. So one day I skipped school. Miss Abrams, my mom she didn't go to work that day for some reason. Uh, or no, she was off actually. So I didn't go to school. So I just said I just didn't. I was having a mental breakdown, and I couldn't go. So Miss Abrams came in my house, me and my mom's house, and first of all, she didn't even let me put a shirt on, cause that day, TMI, I slept with no bra, and when she came in the room, I had to do this with the cover. She didn't say, "Wait a minute, let me put a shirt on," and so I was like doing this the whole time. I was there. She was in my bedroom. So she came in and just blah blah blah, rambling. I really was tuning her out. I really didn't care what she said. But then she told me about this place called Behavior and Health Metroplex. And I went there and she was like, you know what? You can choose to go, choose don't go. So I decided to go. And I learned a lot of stuff there, but I wasn't bullied by the kids. I was bullied by the adults there too. So I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and some stuff I haven't mentioned on this because personally it's none of your business. But this part I am telling. But I just I went there and I had a good slash bad experience, but I did learn a lot by myself, and I think that helped me to not do stuff like that anymore and stuff like that. So I think I went there in about 2015. So I went there in 2015, I think. I went there twice. So it's been about 4 years since I've been there, and I haven't cut, haven't taken pills unhealthy like that in a very long time. So I'm clean of cutting and pill popping. So I think I'm good now. So, but there's stuff in my life. My confidence really built up after that, and my self-esteem is up now. It's just I feel free. I feel broken. I mean, not broken. I feel what? I feel free from all of that. I feel like I broke the glass of low self esteem, low confidence. I broke it. So my self esteem is like up here. My confidence is up here. So recently, now y'all know on my channel, I do book bongs. And recently I got into it with somebody, about something that I felt very passionate and strong about. And he sent me the thumbnail of this live is actually the real text message. So he sent me a thumbnail talking about, oh, you fat or you know, blah, blah, blah. Send me a picture of my own video and then put you fat, you eat too much, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, first of all, why would you send me a picture of my own video? And I think fat jokes, it's 2019, you guys. It's so played out. Like, I'm like, really? I told him, come up with something else. Well, I was arguing with two people, but the girl left. But they kept calling me fat and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, you know what? Come up with something else. I told both of them that. They couldn't come up with nothing else but fat. FAT. I'm like, really? Y'all can't come up with nothing. Nothing else. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. So did that break my self-esteem down? No. Or my confidence down? No. Because now when I look at that message, I feel empowered. I feel strong. I feel more beautiful. I feel more confident. Because now that word doesn't mean nothing to me anymore. Nothing. I am a PHAT, not a FAT. So when you go around having friends who bully you, having teachers and counselors who you feel ambushed and bullied by, when you've got hidden with chairs, when you have just the works, okay, just the works. Now when I think about people who call people fat, I'm like, y'all cannot come up with something else. The only thing you can come up with is FAT. Nothing else. You can't say nothing else but fat. Just because of some loose skin and a jiggly belly and all of that, you cannot come up with something else. That shows that you're not that creative. You are not that creative. So now when I think about the word fat, I think of PHAT because I feel like I am beautiful in my own way. God made me how he wanted to make me. And I am just a great person inside and out. And I don't need people's validations because that's what I wanted in middle school. I wanted people's validations. I wanted people to see me for me, not as the outside, but the inside me. And nobody wanted to see that. Nobody. Not even some of the teachers. Because the teachers was talking about me and I heard them. Let me tell you about this one girl. This one, not girl. But when I was in Metroplex, this old lady who worked there. I liked her, but then when she heard her talking about me out loud, she wanted me to hear her. She said to me, not to me, but out loud. So there was this new lady who started working at the place. I don't even remember her freaking name. But I'm going to call this lady Miss Francis. Miss Francis decided to say, because at that time, me and my mom got into an argument. And took a knife in the bathroom and cut myself. So at that time, I had only been out 2 weeks or a week. I was an outpatient. So after that, my mom called the police. The police had their guns drawn. Um, that's not the first time a gun's been drawn on me by police, so I really wasn't scared, but scared. But um, she just said out loud to another worker, where all of the kids could hear, and said, "Oh, she's back here for cutting herself." Now, Miss Francis, you know you're not supposed to be saying stuff like that out loud. Out loud. Okay. 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 Hold up. Okay. I can't do it. But, you're not supposed to be saying that stuff out loud. That pissed me off. That pissed me off. Okay? I was like, you know what, Miss Francis? While you up here having Miss Jacqueline cutting your hair in the therapy room, cutting your nappy wig or whatever, you're going to sit here and say my personal information out loud? Okay. You're canceled. Canceled. And then this other lady, I'm going to call her Miss Angel. She's not even a freaking angel. She's the devil. Miss Angel up here, she always bullied us. Always bullied the kids who were there to get help. You don't bully people who are there to get help. And she would always just be like, oh, like one time I was depressed that day. It was one day I was really depressed. And I talked to Miss Jacqueline, the one who cut I was about to say her real name. The one who cut Miss Francis's hair, well, the wig, in the therapy room. Who does that at work? Unless you're a hairstylist, you shouldn't be cutting hair at work. So I was talking to Miss Jacqueline. So I was about to say her real name too. And Miss Jacqueline, I said, I was talking to her about my problems, and she was the IT, but the IT people, tech people, whatever they call it, they were like sit outside the classroom with their computers and stuff. You have to ask them to go to the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. So I was talking to Miss Jacqueline. Miss Angel comes around talking about, you don't talk to them about your problems. But Miss Jacqueline was really giving me advice, even though I don't like her. She was really giving me good advice. So she pissed me off, Miss Angel. She thinks she can tell everybody, you think you don't talk to people who's trying to get help disrespectfully. If you're going to do that, then you do not need to be in the profession that you are in. So I'm getting upset again. So after that, my dad called, and my dad was in Haiti at that time. So my dad called, and I said something, and she just was disrespectful. Disrespectful. She shouldn't even be working at that place. I really hope she doesn't work there anymore. She was just a whole disrespect while I was on the phone. And I told my dad how I was feeling. And her, I'm about to get ghetto real quick because she really pissed me off. And she sat there, I'm not even finna say what she said to me while I was on the phone with my dad. That just irked me. I want to go over and slap her with the phone. Like slap her. Now, this Angel. Oops. This Angel was black. I liked it the white one. The white one, she was like more comforting, and she knew like how the kids were feeling. But Miss Angel, she just Like I said, y'all, this is live, so I can't edit this out unless I download it and put it in my editing software and edit it out. But I'm not gonna do that. But she just irked me so bad. So after that, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just over it. So after that, I'm just like, okay, I can't wait to get the freak up out of here. I'm ready to go. The first time I went to Metroplex, I put myself in. The second time, my mom put me in. Um, so after that, I'm just over it. I was over it, over it, over it, over it. I was ready to go. So the word, the adults in the Metroplex was calling me fat. I was like, I'm supposed to get help here for my mental health. And y'all sitting here bullying kids who needs help? Okay. I see how y'all do. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm ready to go. So I got discharged. The doctor insulted my mom, who gave me pills. Like, I took Zoloft and Geodon. So he gave me those. So I had first started off this medication the second time. So Geodon makes you sleepy kind of the first time you take it. So I was actually sleepy. The first time they let me go take a nap when I went there. The second time they didn't because whatever. They put me on 3 pills there. I don't take none of that stuff anymore. Because I'm in my mental health. I'm really good right now. I'm like the best that I've ever been. And the doctor insulted my mom. I'ma call him Kendall, Dr. Kendall. Insulted my mom in front of me. My mom wasn't there, but we was having a session and he insulted. I want to slap his bald head. I was like, how dare, and my mom like, how dare you as a doctor sit here and insult a patient's mother? He said something about my mom's confidence or self-esteem, but it was an insult. And, the adults in the facility was calling me fat. Then they tried to say I don't take showers. I was like, wait a minute, what? They tried to pin something on me, but another person was smelling that way. I always took showers. So hold on, y'all. Let me. This my phone's on 2%, so I need to put this on the charger. I always took showers and still always take showers. And they tried to pin me just like I was stinking and blah, 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 blah. Tried to say my mom was a bad mother. This old white lady called CPS on my mom. I can't tell you how many people have lied on my mom, calling CPS and lied on her. Like, it's ridiculous. Those people need to go to jail, first of all, for doing that. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. Um, she can go sit down somewhere. Insulting my mom. That you're insulting my mother, the person who gave birth to me. So I was like, okay, y'all gonna get y'all's. So I'm just was like, I'm ready to get out of here. The second time was the worst time. The worst. They had me, they was like, when you go in Metroplex for the second time, there's a girl who was in there for like a little white girl. They told me she's been there like 6, 7 times. So I'm like, okay, this must not be helping her then. So why is she coming back then? Maybe the mama need to take her somewhere else than this place. So the second time they was like, you can't talk to nobody. You can't talk to the kids. Stay in your room. Have to eat separate lunch. Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, I can't talk to anybody. My stayed there was crap the second time. They think isolating is the way to go. I'm like, isolating? I'm not that type of person. I need to talk to people about my problems. And those kids there, they were actually kind of helping. And I got along. I was sneaking talk to them the second time, but they think isolation is the key. Like at lunch, I couldn't sit at a table with the group of kids the second time. I had to sit at my other table. And I could hear one of the workers calling me fat. And then Miss Jacqueline, I was eating a salad, and she decides to say, I poured my salad all on my thing, on my salad. So I like Thousand Island, so I poured it all over my salad, and then I had the little bitty things that you can't squeeze out. So I decided to like do this with the salad dressing, kind of get the rest out. And she's like, "You're eating the whole salad dressing packet." I'm like, so she took my salad. She took my whole food away. So I actually didn't eat lunch that day. I'm just was like, you know what? Forget this place. Y'all call me fat, blah blah blah. I was like, elementary school, elementary, middle school, and now this place that's supposed to be helping kids. Like the first time was like I felt like was a front. I only liked the two workers there actually, and then the third time, the not third time, but the second time was just crazy. So when I got home the second time, I felt relieved to be home. I felt relieved. I felt glad to go home. And after that, I started watching meditations stuff and getting into my spirituality more. And I know that I'm good. My confidence has definitely came up. The word fat doesn't faze me anymore. And I just want to tell people that you have to be confident about yourself. You have to find something like a hobby that makes you feel confident about yourself. Find something that you like to do that helps you build up your confidence, to have you build up your self-esteem. It don't matter if you like to sit on your phone and tweet all day. That builds up your confidence. Okay, hey, do whatever you want. But you need to find something that helps you build up your confidence. Personally, YouTube helped because that's when I started doing YouTube was after my first video that I was in YouTube. Uh, that was about like probably 3 weeks after I came out of there. So YouTube and hair and makeup definitely became a personal therapy. So I think you guys need to find something and become body positive about yourself. Don't let anybody sit here and call you fat, sit here call you call you all types of names and let your self-esteem go down, because the person that you have to answer to is yourself when it comes to your mind. Your mind guides everything that you do. That's what happens. Your mind guides everything that you do. And people don't understand that your mind guides your future. Your mind guides your past. Your mind guides your present. And, you know, your mind, like moving your fingers, moving your hand, what you think it's doing. Your mind is telling you to move. Your mind is telling you to do this. Your mind is telling you to do that. And, I believe people can, you know, build their self esteem up. And I just want people to learn to, everything is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So I want to thank you guys for listening to this video, this live. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to hear more live stories from me, because listen, baby, I may be 15, but I've been through so much that a 30-year-old sometimes have never been through. So just tell me down below, and I will get those videos out for y'all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to this live. I am your girl Bianca, Baddie123 BB on Instagram, because I came up with Baddie because listen, everybody is a baddie in their own way. And that's what the girl was trying to tell me. Okay, baddie, BB, the baddie. First of all, don't call me BB, but whatever. But I'm good. I'm happy. I'm like so in a good place in my life. Like, I have some more stuff I need to work on. But that stuff I'm not gonna mention on YouTube. It's not like mental stuff, but other stuff I need to work on. But I feel good. I feel positive about myself, and I feel amazing. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.